Okay, I'm back. First of all, I can't believe it's 20 till 9, but that's a whole different thing. Um, what I wanted to talk about was cannabis, because to me, cannabis should not be a Schedule 1 drug, first of all. If cocaine and morphine and methamphetamines is freaking Schedule 2 with health benefits, then there's no reason that cannabis should be a Schedule 1 drug included with LSD and heroin, because it's not the same to me. Like I said, have I hallucinated? I wouldn't say the word hallucinate. Now, yes, if your mind has too much THC, now don't take this wrong because I don't mean it like this. If your mind, let's say you've already had about 5 or 6 joints. You've had people pass you around 5 or 6. Okay, you smoked some of all that. Now, keep in mind, these are different names, different brands, whatever, different strains. Some may be indica, some may be sativa. Now, first of all, sativa is usually the one with a high THC. Okay, what that means is that you have a lot of that substance going into your body. Now, like I said, if you've already smoked like 4 or 5 joints equivalent, and you smoke something that is like fresh weed or it's a big joint, and you smoke that on top of what you've already smoked, then yes, what happens is you got a high level of THC. And yes, the night that this first happened to me, I came home and I did have, how do you want to put it, like a psychedelic experience. What that means is I was like, I wouldn't say freaking out because I knew what was happening, so I just went with it. But if somebody's not used to that or they don't know it's coming, yeah, it could freak them out, which basically means, okay, I was saying spinning like sayings, everything was psychedelic, in other words. And I hate using these terms because people are going to be like, oh, well, yeah, she freaked out and everything. It's not like that. It's different than if you take LSD. It's a different kind of feeling. And I'm not saying people who smoke or do LSD, I'm not saying any of that. I'm not trying to promote anything. I'm just explaining what I've experienced. So yes, if you have already a high level of THC and you smoke more, the odds are you're going to have some sort of experience, and some people can handle it and some people can't. Now, that doesn't mean that the drug is wrong. It just means that some people can handle it, like alcohol. Some people can drink and be okay. Me, I can drink and get drunk and not drink for a whole year. I'm not addicted, which is surprising because have been alcoholics in my family. So I'm not an alcoholic. I can take it or I can leave it. Now, when I do drink, I do it for a good time. I don't do it to go out and beat people up. And majority of the time, I usually drink by myself. I'm more of the lone drinker. I don't want to be around people while I'm drinking. Not because I think I'll become violent, but I don't trust what they'll do. And I know what I'll do, so I usually prefer to have, around my birthday, I usually celebrate, or New Year's Eve, or something like that. And then the rest of the year, I don't drink. But so that's what I'm saying. And then there's other people who take after one drink, they're fucking alcoholics. So everybody's body is different. And I agree with one doctor who said the addiction mentality is already there, regardless if they use cannabis or if they use alcohol or if they use caffeine or they use tobacco. They are already addicts. The mentality is already there. So it doesn't matter if it's prescription drugs or whatever, they're going to become addicted. Now, those people, yeah, they probably shouldn't be doing it. But for those of us who can handle it within reason. So I don't feel that, I just have a problem with our government saying we can't smoke cannabis, but bath salts can be legal. And like I said, there's cases where the person has hallucinated so bad with bath salts that they went and shot themselves. You know? And that's where I have a problem, because I'm like, okay, you criminalize me because I smoke cannabis, and yet this person is allowed to go to these stores and purchase bath salts, which should not even be anywhere legal. These are harmful drugs. You know? So this is what I'm saying. The government is hypocritical. They don't want you to realize that marijuana has always been a medicine. It's been proven throughout several studies. And I, for one, am one of those people who say, okay, let me go out, smoke a couple of joints, come back, and you watch the difference between how I walked a couple days before and how I walk now. And you will see that when I don't smoke it, I walk with a cane, I'm hunched over, I'm in pain. And when I smoke this, then I'm walking normal. You know? And so I find it barbaric that they would say, okay, you can take all these big pharmaceutical drugs because we get money off of these, but you can't take like herbs, you can't, you know, some medical insurance places won't let you get acupuncture, massage therapy, visualization, things that will take you a different way. Now that doesn't mean that you don't need pain medicine. You probably still do. But it will be significantly less if you take these things and you're not constantly seeking out, oh, let me go get the Vicodin and the Demerol, the morphine. And like I said, I'm not putting people down. You know, I know people that have to have that in order to function, and that's okay. But for me, you know, I say that states should make it legal, especially for medical reasons, for people to smoke cannabis. I'm lucky that I now live in California, which does allow for things like multiple sclerosis, chronic pain, arthritis, HIV, cancer, glaucoma, neuropathy, things like that. You know, I'm very lucky in that sense. Had I been in another state, I would have already been locked up. And I still risk it. You know, because of the federal law still overrides the state law. So, I still risk it every day. You know. But I feel it's important to speak out, because the more we're ashamed of what we have to do to feel better, the more that these things are going to be pushed under the rug. And I think it's about time to start exposing these things. And like I said, I will go more into this. I'm going to stop this one in a few seconds, and I'm going to go into the Occupy movement some. And see, this is the problem. When I start videotaping, I make a bunch of videos. But like I said, I want to make videos that correlate with what I want to post. I want people to understand, because there's more to it than what meets the eye. Okay, so here after this one, I probably will still bring up cannabis occasionally, but I want to focus more on why the government's doing what they're doing. Not that we don't know, but let me get back in a little bit.